Good evening, League Dependency fans and coaches. This is Season 5 Draft Analysis with John, and we are joined with a few special guests who would like to introduce themselves. We're going to start it off with Hiker Toad.
Hello, this is your boy, Hiker Toad here, bringing you the Season 5 analysis.
And yeah, thanks Hiker. And we got Random next.
It's your boy Random, you know what it is. What's poppin'? It's Lip Fam, aka the God, aka Mega Aerodactyl King.
Yeah, BXS next.
Yeah, okay. So it's nobody knows who I am. I'm not even in this league, but
BXS is like the Lord and Savior.
Okay. Thank you three for introducing yourselves.
Introductions done.
Let's hop into the coach of the New York Jolteons, coached by Trexier, with Hiram B, Mamoswine, Tentacruel, Jolteon, Hitmonlee, Miltank, Mega Pidgeot, Jirachi, Chandelure, Alolan Persian, Shiinotic. Alright, Random, what do you think about this team? You could say what you think is bad, what you think is good, any of your wishes.
Okay, so first off, this man's got power. Like, check out Kirby and Mamoswine on the same team. Like, that's impossible to prep for. Like, how do you can't even begin to wall that. Like, that's ridiculous. That's just crazy. Alright, so first off, we got some power, and then you move down and you see even more power. Like, Jolteon is a great, like, sort of fast Volt Switcher. 130 is a really nice speed tier to be in. You can run Modest a lot of weeks, actually. Well, no, not a lot, but some weeks you can definitely run Modest. But yeah, he's gonna flex. You already know. And then he's got Miltank, which is like the GOAT. Like, why is this thing still tier 5 anyway? It's got some great abilities, fantastic bulk, good move pool, and then we get to Rachi, which, like, getting Rachi and KB on the same team, that's pretty crazy. Like, Rachi, it just does everything, like, really, really nicely. And then Persian's a really cool one. Don't sleep on my boy Persian, because this thing gets, like, you can park shot around, foul play stuff, technician bite, who knows. Yeah, that's sort of my initial thoughts on the team.
Alright, thank you for telling your thoughts, Random. BXS, what do you think about this team?
yeah, this guy's got a lot of power, as you said, and I think Mega Pidgeot's a really cool Mega. I mean, the No-Guard Hurricanes can be really frustrating to prep with. You don't have decent counters to it. I think it does work well with Mamoswine in particular, and also Akira and Black. He's got quite a few interesting picks, especially in the lower tiers. Shiinotic is, I haven't really seen it much in League, but I'm quite a big fan of it. I hope it does them pretty well. In general, he does have reasonable bulk, quite a few good defensive mons. It's quite a well drafted, well balanced draft. And as you said, Jolteon is
You just
draft
cut.
format.
You just cut out a bit there. You're like, say a thing about Jolteon again.
I was just saying that Jolteon is probably like one of the best fast electrics in the whole draft, especially since it's tier 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really high value, I think.
Thank you for expressing your opinions, viewers. Now we're going to go to the best for last. Hiker Toad, what do you think?
Hello, it is Hiker Toad.
Alright, thanks for
Wait, I'm not done.
We're going to
I'm
move
not
on
done.
to your boy,
No,
John
no.
W.
No,
Alright, Hiker go.
Skip me. Okay.
Alright, Hiker go.
Okay, so he has 40 extra points left, which is a bit interesting. He could have used that to upgrade one of his tier 4s.
I'm not sure. I think the main thing here was, like, maybe get a better grass type than Shiinotic, but I don't know, is there a better one in tier 4? But I think the main thing is Chandelure could probably have been I think he could have gone with a better fire type, I think, than Chandelure.
Well, what can you really replace for Chandelure?
Entei was available at that point.
Hiker, finish your thoughts on the team.
It's like pretty solid overall. You can't really switch into it with wall breakers like Hiram, Chandelure, Mamo.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even like got Mega Pidgeot for some speed, and like Alolan Persian is really nice. Like, I like that as a tier 5 pick.
Yeah, I'm noticing he's got some really cool, like, fast Volt turn going on with Jolteon. Nice momentum gaining with Jolteon, Mega Pidgeot, and Rachi as well, and Persian. So definitely some cool picks there.
All right. So I think this team is very nice and very well built. It's just like he just drafted a bunch of power. Like he does not give a crap anymore. He just wants to power his way to victory.
Yeah, he's
It's
just
respectable.
blowing
Pretty
everyone out the
respectable.
water.
You're not gonna really see Jirachi, Kieran Black, Mamo Swine on the same draft ever. That's just when
This
I
is a rare,
really
this is a
wanted
rare
Mamo Swine.
occurrence.
After I saw Brock not take Mamo Swine, I was thinking to myself, I'm finally gonna get Mamo Swine for the first season. I wanted every season, and Trek just pulls it out of his ass, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? It happens every season.
Yeah.
I'm cursed not to have Mamo for its raid or some shit.
You should have took it round 1.
Fuck you, Hiker, bro. Let's move on. So, Hitmonlee's really good, mon. I had Hitmonlee I brought it to every game I had it. It's such a good late
Well, it was
game.
just the best mon on your team.
Yeah.
Alright, be quiet.
Alright, the point that we are not discussing John's ass draft of
Alright,
season 3.
Jirachi's really cool. Spadev said, controls everything in the game.
You can run offensive, sub Rachi is obviously a huge threat.
It's I think his team's very solid, and I think Trek is gonna go 5-7 or 6-6.
I'd say 7-5.
I think with this draft, it's really going to come down to how well he can play with it, because it's clearly very offensive. It's really offensive.
It has a really big ghost weakness. If he has nothing that resists ghost besides, he has immunities, but that's it.
He's got the Persian, which can sort of take it.
Ghost
Tentacle is also it's a really solid rapid spinner as well. So that's something else to note.
Thank you guys for expressing your thoughts. Let's move on to the coach of the Miami Tapu Finis, coached by Blue. He is Orlando T. Conk, Arcanine, Empoleon, Serena, Miss Magias, Mega Gardevoir, Raikou, Milotic, Swellow, Steelix. Brandon, what do you think about this draft, good lad?
Okay, so first of all, I'm liking what I'm seeing with this nice little bulky offense. Sort of Arcanine and Empoleon sign a defensive core. He's got some very potent wall breakers in Mega Gardevoir, and Conk is just absolutely fantastic. This one slept on so much in this league, but Blue finally realized that tier 2 Conk is just such a steal. You can't wall that thing defensively, and the thing is with an AV, it's not dying in any one hit either. So you're pretty much guaranteed to get a big hit off every game. Plus, good priority in Mach Punch and Drain Punch. It's just a really solid one. But overall, looking through, I'm liking his speed tiers, his hazard removal. It's sort of similar to Hiker's draft last season with that, or not last season, season 3 with that. Sort of Milotic, Raikou, Steelix, Mega Gardevoir. It's actually very similar to Hiker's draft.
I was stealing my plans, I see you.
I know, right? And he's got Arcanine is also really high value within its tier. Pretty much, it's better than Entei in pretty much every aspect. So I mean, it's got the E-speed. It can do a lot. Mega Gardevoir is also a huge threat. You've got to prep for that thing. Really good synergy, I think, overall. Really solid. Lando Tears of Zemon is also really cool. So, Dual Dance Lando can definitely put in work. Yeah.
So, thank you for telling your thoughts about the team right now. Let us move on to BXS. BXS, what do you think about this team?
Well, I really like the graph. I'm kind of surprised that he has both an Empoleon and a Milotic, but I mean they're not extremely similar, but they're both relatively both types. And I suppose to an extent the same can be said about Steelix, because he already had a really solid ground type and pretty solid steel type. But in general, I think it is a really balanced draft. I've used Conkeldurr quite a bit in the past, and it's true. It's just so insane. There's so much you can do with it, and the same goes for Arcanine. It's a really reliable defensive one, I find, mainly because of Intimidate and Will-O-Wisp and stuff like that.
Definitely.
It also has a decent offensive move pool, and I think he has decent hazard removal in Empoleon and the Serena, and some pretty cool mons. So in general, I think it's a pretty good draft.
This is probably one of the strongest drafts I think we've seen so far, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's also very
I'd agree.
I think it's very underrated as well. I don't think many people have
Thank you for telling
mentioned
your
it.
thoughts on the team BXS. Let's move on to Hiker Toad. Hiker,
You're like
please
a robot.
express your thoughts on the team.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right. So, Mega Gardevoir is one of my favorite megas, and it probably has like no switch-ins besides like Registeel.
Anything else?
With Lando and Kong and Arcanine, he just has really good support for it. I can see Mega Gardevoir really just doing work for him.
Like those bullet punches, he's got
Like, I
easy
see this
switches
being
too with Arcanine, for example.
Yeah, and he just has ways to pressure the mons as well that like have bullet punch.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really cool draft.
With this team, I think I could say like 8-4. Like if you like, I really see that. I don't know.
If he preps and plays well. I think the one pick that sort of I don't really understand is Empoleon, considering he has Milotic, which for his bulky water he's got sort of better rock option. I think that's the only pick I say is a bit questionable, a bit dubious. But other than that, I think it's a really solid draft. Not much wrong with this one. Swellow's like he got a serious buff this gen too.
Alright, something that I noticed about Blue's team is that he has like really good offense in Raikou, Mega Gardevoir, Lando T, and Conk and Arcanine. Like those are really good offensive threats. And he also has a bulk. Like Blue has a very well-rounded draft. And also something that he lacks is like the Empoleon and Serena are like his only hazard removal. Like that's actually like viable. Like it's not even Serena's not good, and Empoleon's like it's okay, but it's not like extremely good, I guess. Yeah. And Lando T as a Cmon is like one of the best in the entire format. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
And Gardevoir hits like a nuke even with the buff. And I think Blue will go 6. I think Blue will go 7-5 or 6-6 with this team.
I mean, I could see it a bit higher. I give this team like a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's a really solid team. I think the only thing I could really comment on that he's lacking is hazard stack, but that's a small issue. The rest of it is solid. I like it. Right, moving on.
We have coached by the Indiana Keldios.
The Indiana Ass.
Coached by John 203. Let me start off right.
Okay, John. To prevent this from being bad.
Right now, we have Mew.
No,
Mew's the best
why are you
one in the
talking?
format.
Okay, right, John, you're not allowed to.
Como, best C user. Como
John's not allowed to talk right now.
I just let John say his bit. Okay, John.
So...
John, you say your case. You speak your case.
No. I'm going first. Okay. So you see, he has the Mew, the Z Coma O, the Shaman, the Vaporeon, Alolan Muck, the Mega Charizard Y, Tapu Koko, Tornadus I, Registeel, Gligar, and a pile of garbage. So now you see. Let's look at the transaction.
Did John just dip? Does John just dip the recording?
Changing his his Z move user to Mew Tacoma O, very questionable. Dropping.
John has to go anyway. I'll take over like reading out the draft order and stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right. Back to analyzing it.
Alright. Yeah. This is a pretty it's like on paper a pretty nice draft, but it's pretty trash. You have the Zardwai with his removers being Gligar and what is it? Because he's trash. And so he's going to be forced to run Mew, which isn't even viable now.
Alright, so can we just talk about how I've got a lot to say about this draft. Okay, Zardwai, it's a powerful mon, but you need the support with it. I can understand, I can sort of see it can still function without serious amounts of hazard removal. It does just really if you can just lead off with it and you just get kills normally, before hazards go up. But people are often playing Sash mons with sort of rock slide, stone edge, stuff like that, berries. It's possible to play around it. And
I think Zard. I think it might have been just an afterthought.
Yeah, I don't. It feels just thrown onto this team. It just doesn't fit on the team. On a team that has removers as Gligar and Mew as defog options, which are both questionable defog choices. And he drafted Tornai and then got Zardwai. It has no synergy with the rest of his draft. I don't really understand that pick, to be honest. It's a great mon, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't fit on this draft. I suppose he felt
Yeah.
like without it he lacked sort of immediate power, which John definitely does. Like it's his draft quite sort of weak in that aspect. Like none of his offensive mons have like higher than 100 on any of their offensive stats apart from Zard Y and Torn Eye actually. Like it's sort of it's quite a strange draft. I think John's choked it again.
I can see him.
agree.
He can still do well, but like I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird draft this one.
The main thing really is the fact that, as you said, like the Mega Charizard Y, and then like it's not like a Hiker over there with like 17 different hazard remove. John's just got like Gligar and Mew. And then he's got,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
And,
Like slightly strange.
yeah.
Slightly strange sort of synergy. It's weird. Like I like his sort of wall core. Shaman and Vaporeon's really cool.
Yeah.
I
I know
like
John like
Registeel.
really likes Shaman,
Mm,
and he uses it really well. So.
yeah.
My Shaman.
Shut the fuck up. You already know, John was talking all this stuff about he was going to bring like the cashest Mew sets this season, but you already know they're going to be trash. Like it's going to be because the thing is he's got no rockers either. Like Registeel and Gligar is only 2 rockers. Like he's forced to bring like the Defog rocks Roost Mew.
He's gonna bring defense. Yeah, he's gonna bring defensive Mew
every week. Yeah. Like that's his problem. Oh dear. I think we've said what we can about this abysmal draft. Like taking over John, I'm predicting him to go 2-10, and that's being generous.
2-10.
Like it's just not looking good. He's gonna get body bagged every week. Like it's all you have to do is just bring rocks on shit, and then he loses, and then something to deal with Komuro because that's like his only offensive threat. Like
Yeah.
because Torn Eye and the Sun, that's whack. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was a whack pick.
That thing does not like the sun.
Okay, all right.
So any more thoughts?
I think we thoroughly baked his
It
draft.
thoroughly.
It's been baked to
I mean,
perfect.
a little Mac is good.
Yeah, that's a cash pick.
Except when you don't bring it.
His team
Except
doesn't
when you
even
don't bring it and lose to Mega Alakazam.
Except when you do that, yeah.
Oh my god.
His team doesn't even lose to psychic types. That's the funny thing. Like it still deals well with them. But anyway, we've said enough about this one. Time is of the essence.
Of the essence. I'm with too many British people.
Alright, so moving on to the next draft. The Boston Celebies, coached by Banzai Muskrat, and his team consists of Thunderous Incarnate, which is his Z captain, Klefki, Donphan, Haxorus, Cofagrigus, Lantern, Megalop, Clefable, Heracross, Mesprit, and Skuntank. So, yeah, Hiker, do you want to kick this one off?
I think this is a pretty decent team. Actually, it's good. Like it has Mega Lopunny, which is automatically makes it probably like top 5 because Mega Lopunny is pretty
Exactly,
good.
yeah.
And then he has Thunderous Eye, which is like just a huge threat. Its coverage is just insane. Like why?
Well, especially with the Z captain role, it can definitely start hitting stuff really hard.
Yeah, he has like it's a nice, really like bulky offense. Like he doesn't really have any full wall. Doesn't have no recovery on any besides Clef.
It's like a good.
So that could potentially be a problem. Yeah.
It's got a nice some nice Fairy Dragon Steel Core. Formed. He's got good hazard stack, good hazard removal. It's a pretty solid draft, this one overall. Like it's good. I think the main issue that I see with it is Lantern shouldn't be this critical to like a defensive mon. Like it's literally his bulky water. Like that's. I can remember having Lantern as my bulky water for a few matches back in season 3. It wasn't good. Like lower tier bulky waters are bad. Like.
Well, I think it's good. It's kind of like
yeah.
Kind of like a low tier Rotom Wash. I guess.
Yeah, like it's not that bulky on the physical side, and it doesn't get pain split. So, or Willow, like I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't-
Lantern was pretty meh for me when I used it. Like it didn't quite, it didn't come through. Like it was good for sort of one-off checks. It checks electric types pretty well, but
Yeah.
his draft didn't really like struggle with that too much anyway. But I think the main problem is like fire types, like offensive fire types, like Victini, for example, Darmanitan, amongst other things. They run through him like straight up, or basically any fire type that can hit a Lantern is able to really pressure his draft.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think he could have actually done with a fire essentially, because he has
That's
has
something
quite a
missing
few-
actually.
yeah, he has quite a few like individually really good picks, and like things like Clefable. I mean, as you said, Nickelodeon, Clefable, Thunder Size as Zemon is so damn good. And
Yeah, it's really scary.
stuff like Hackstress, I think will hopefully come through for him as well, because it has an insane attack stat.
Yeah,
It's
it can
kind of
Dragon Dance up and
Yeah.
become a
The
threat
problem
very
is
quickly.
it's a little bit one-dimensional, but not the end of the world.
Yeah. Overall, I think it's a pretty solid draft. Few sort of issues with it, but I think Mega Lock can sort of carry teams on its own anyway. So that I can sort of one thing I'm actually noticing, I can see maybe actually no, with Heracross it's not too much of an issue. Actually, bulky fairy types could be problematic for him.
Yeah.
But then again, he has a Clefable, which is the best bulky fairy type, so he doesn't have to face it. Otherwise, Clefable like 1v1s his entire draft. But so I guess that was a smart pick. But yeah, overall a solid draft, I'd say. Only thing he's missing is a good fire and water resist. Lantern shouldn't be the best one. I mean, who knows? He might make a free agency for it later on, which I think he could easily patch it up. Anyone else want to say anything of note about this draft before we move on?
I think it's been covered.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on to the god himself.
Oh,
The Los Angeles Slackings. Your
oh,
season
boy,
two
boy.
season 2 champions coming back with some absolute power. So we have round 1 Celesteela, the Z captain, I might add. Then pick 2 we have Celebi, we have Nidoqueen, Snorlax, Hitmonchan, Rotom, Mega Aerodactyl, boy, 150 speed, Azu, Volcarona, Smeargle, Claydol. That's a perfect draft as far as I'm concerned.
Alright, let me tell you my thoughts on this
That's
team.
a perfect draft.
First off, I can only see 7 Mons on this team. I don't know where the other 4 are. I think I just see a pile of trash.
That's a neck buff.
AKA the Smeargle, Claydol, Rotom, Hitmonchan.
Let me explain myself.
No, I got more.
What do you got? Yeah, this draft's threat. It's threat, boy. Wait, Ike, you've cut out.
It's decent.
I can't hear what you're saying.
All I heard was it's decent.
It's decent. That's all I'm saying.
Oh. Okay. First up.
Well, I heard a couple of the others when they were talking about it. They were talking about speed tiers, just because like Mega Arrows, what is it, 150? It's like, and then they were all saying how like there's nothing until 100.
100.
Yeah,
I'll say
so
that.
it goes from 100.
But at the same time, Nidoqueen under webs sits at about like 120 or something like that. So
I was gonna say like,
you got to prep for that. Remember.
I don't think people are gonna prep for that. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
they about to get
Like-
swept by Nidoqueen under webs then.
Smeargle, you just lose a threat or a defensive check to something. Like if most people have at least decent removal, so they're gonna like prep for that. I don't really see Smeargle doing too much work for you, but that's just me.
Smeargle. Oh,
yeah.
I've got some pretty sick sets for Smeargle, but I don't want to reveal them on video though, because these sets are cash as fuck. But nah, Celesteela and Zemon I think is
Yeah.
I think is
So-
pretty threatening.
Celesteela is a really interesting thing because it can be like both offensive and defensive. So, and I have seen it as a Zmon put in a lot of work because like I think it is pretty cool.
Like,
It's not my cup of tea, but respect that pick. So
yeah,
I think
you look at its coverage though, like it's got everything. You can run Z Earthquake, Energy Ball, Fire Blast, Stone Edge as well. So Lord's there.
yeah.
And then I'm probably not bringing defensive a lot of weeks because it's just like it's pretty meh in my opinion. I mean, I will say, yeah, the speed tiers are a bit of an issue on this draft, I will admit. But I think Smeargle was a bit of an underrated one, but who knows? I might be wrong. there's a whole season
really
to find out.
knows? So the whole season I'm going 4 and 8.
Nah, I won't go that far. Wait, this is about to be a 9. This is a 9-3 season. I'm telling you.
Nick, you're already catching that week 1 L.
Oh boy, we'll get GG at Celesteela. Am I right?
You got that Zard X counter ready. Protect. Expedef.
It's gonna happen. Right, that's about it for this nice hazard stack cache. Also, Snorlax is like. Can we talk about how is round 7 Snorlax? Like, how's that even allowed? Like,
Yeah, Snorlax is really cool.
how did that last till round 7? I was expecting John to get that shit like round 3. Like,
Thought he would go, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I love Snorlax.
The thing is, Snorlax can do so much more than just. It's got actually a really cool move. So you've got to be kind of wary of what it can do, rather than just expect to cast Laxi each time.
It's a good fire type resist, which I needed.
Yeah, true.
Sigh.
With that Victini check for our upcoming team, which, speaking of which, H. Collins.
H. Collins 3. We have
Coach of the Rhode Island
Raichus. RRR.
Or should we say LLS? Alright. So,
This is my favourite draft.
So first of all,
Really?
we have round 1.
Yeah.
This man takes Victini. Okay, I like that. Then it starts getting a bit questionable because after that he takes Kartana, and I started getting a bit worried.
How is Kartana a bad pick?
It's just so like.
If you're gonna bake someone, you gotta do it right.
Aye, but so Kartana, it's not a bad draft at this point. Like, it's only 2 months, you can't judge it on much. And then Road to Wash, yeah, that's decent. And then this man straight up drafts Blastoise immediately after he drafted Road to Wash. And that's when I started having some doubts about H. Collins' ability as a drafter in this format. And it was around, let's just see, Blastoise was the 3rd round. Okay, then he takes Mega Absol, and then his draft, it's just hot garbage after that point. Like, he has...
Wow.
Okay, I'm telling you, like, he just starts drafting garbage. Like, this man just goes like, he just takes Gouge like out of nowhere the next round. Like, the fuck's that pick? And then he just drops Gliscor out of nowhere. Like, that one's like just hot trash. Like, that's just utter dong.
What? I gotta see it.
And then he gets regular Mega
BXS,
Chance.
how are you gonna defend this? He's faking a void.
No. He's got this all wrong, right? I think very intelligent. Like, he sends all the dick pics and stuff as like deception.
Oh right.
In reality, he's an extremely smart guy, and I think
I'm sure he's incredibly intelligent.
I don't know, like, you guys must have known him for quite a while, and I've known him for about a week. But obviously, I really knew him.
I mean, all I'm saying with is.
Unfortunately.
Okay, Hiker, do you have anything to defend this man with? Like, I'm saying this is Victini plus 10 garbage, like, just,
Oh my god.
just garbage.
But I kind of like the Victini Kartana. I feel like there's not much that's gonna deal with
Yeah, I like the
much offensive presence.
But like his team's very offensive, but like his checks to certain types is just like terrible. Like fairy types, he has nothing for fairies.
Oh my god, this man didn't draft us. Okay, so his steel type, his defensive steel type, right? Katana. That's a neck. Like, I suppose Victini, like AV Victini, might be able to like switch into a Mega
AV
Gardevoir like
Victini.
once or twice. But I don't think Colin's smart enough to like realise that that's a possible set he can
Oh
bring.
my god.
Like if he doesn't outspeed the opponent, he's gonna have a lot of trouble with like Mega Diancie. Like that just tears through
Oh
his
my god.
team.
His
He
only,
faces
his only
weak
response
one.
is Bullet Punch on Medicham. That's literally it, which probably doesn't even do that much.
Oh, that definitely kills.
Nah, I honestly don't think it does. Mega Diancie's got like
It's a
decent bulk.
Medicham.
Yeah, but it's not like Mega. It's regular. He probably needs like Life Orb or something to kill.
It's still. Let's get a good old calculator up here.
Oh, please.
Right.
Well, he's got that Aurora Veil with the.
Aurora Veil is actually kind of nice.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to say. Smeargle is just discount Aurora Veil, isn't it?
What? Smeargle's bad.
Smeargle's god tier. Shut the fuck up. Azu with spikes and webs. That shit's unstoppable.
Why are we bringing up your draft again?
Because it's the god draft.
No.
Before we get carried away, can we just get back to H. Cole L.
H. Dobbins. He's going 10-2.
Bro, he's catching. This man's getting 12 more L's.
No, I think.
Let me just put them in right now. You know what? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. I put 12 more L's in his name. That's what it's gonna look like at the end of this season. Like this is draft.
Anything else to say?
It's just utter trash. Like I'm looking at it, and it's just dong. Like his fastest mod is Mega Absol, which is actually it's just so medium. Like,
Which is actually good.
I see him making playoffs.
I can see it.
What's that H. Cole wear?
To like do well. Like I don't know if I really see him doing well.
I'm a big fan of Gliscor. So.
Yeah, Gliscor is actually pretty nice opposed to Gligar the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Obviously, you've always got to look out for like hidden power. But I think it's quite a reliable ground type.
Yeah, he does have quite a few ice resists.
Yeah, exactly. And there's 2 water types. You see, I think that's why I think he's very intelligent because he's recognised Gliscor's weakness to ice and water. So he's gotten that Rotom-Wash Blastoise.
Maybe there was
Random just isn't intelligent enough to understand.
Maybe there is some method to his madness. Who knows? I think there's some.
I can see that Crustle Sweep.
There are some pretty cash sets he can run with Gliscor, like Agility Pass into Victini, SD Pass into Victini.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're giving like H. Collins advice here because
he needs it.
He literally. Oh yeah.
I can see that. What do you think that Crustle's gonna do?
Actually,
set up spikes and die.
I don't know. I could see that Shell Smash, come in handy.
Ooh, that'd actually be pretty cool if you got a sweep with that. But I don't know.
Who knows?
Shall we move?
It's unlikely. Alright, Colin was thoroughly baked.
He's making playoffs.
We're done with this shit. I baked this man. It's over. We put 12 L's in his name. Okay, moving on to the self-proclaimed King Deimos of the St. George Dragonites, with a team consisting of Zygarde 50%, a tier 1 I might add. Like that's a neck and a half, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Okay, Ferrothorn, then Heliolisk, which was traded with Tiger Hode for Croxitoke, and next we have regular Aerodactyl, the shit version, Meloetta, which he traded away for something, I can't remember what.
It was comfy.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah.
Kangaskhan, then Mega Blastoise, Zapdos, Azelf, Alolan Marowak, and Zoroark as his last pick. So, if you guys want to defend Zygarde 50% as a tier 1. Then go ahead. Now's your opportunity.
I can defend it.
I'm not going
It's
to.
a good mon. You feel me?
You
But, like,
feel me, homie?
I don't know, like like 1,000 waves is or 1,000 arrows is really good. Being able to just like ground
Like,
ground
I don't know.
types. Like I don't know. I feel like
I'm
it's
just looking at its stats, and it's just really like underwhelming. Like, it's just like a crappy version
no,
of
it's really
Garchomp,
bulky.
right? Okay, yeah, it's got a good bulk. I'll give it that. But I mean, looking at its stats,
It's not a mon that you're gonna just send it in and win with.
Yeah, nah, you've got to like set up and play around it. I think one thing that's quite interesting is he hasn't compensated for that quad weakness to ice very well. Like he's got few ice resists. Like he's got Mega Blastoise and that's it. Like I don't.
Well,
think
he has a lone Marowak, which isn't that bad.
That's mediocre at best because like it's getting outsped.
Well,
it's
not really.
It's not even a resist because it's getting outsped the following turn, right, and hit with a coverage move. Plus, like it rocks her up and like all sorts. But overall, I mean, like Zygarde pick aside, which I think is like, it's alright. I think this is a pretty good draft.
Yeah.
The speed tiers they're actually not too bad with Aerodactyl. Especially, what do you guys think of Aerodactyl as a Z-mon? Because that was a interesting pick.
I think it's
He doesn't really have a better Zmon, so I get it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Like,
I suppose Azelf could have been a Xenon user.
I don't think it really like utilizes that well, does it? Because it just wants to run like Life Orb or Spec.
Yeah, that's true. I think it does kind of need that.
It needs like the consistent sort of damage output, which
in general though, I think Azelf is a.
I'm
a huge fan.
Mate, you just cut out for like.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying. I think Azelf is a really good pick.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that.
Even if you're not the biggest fan of Zygarde, 50%.
I can't deny it. Azelf is a very good value pick. Like prepping for that from last season was tough because it gets everything. It's got so much coverage.
Yeah.
Like you can't wall it.
Then
it's ridiculous.
It was pretty funny. I know Joel wanted Azelf but got skipped and then sniped. Sniped as he got skipped.
Oh, that is brutal. Well, he got
It was sad. He got a cash draft as it was. So
yeah, he's got lots of good things.
I know. I think I'm right to believe Deimos was also sniped quite a lot this draft, especially when that one pick before Volcarona sniped.
Oh.
Hey, coming in clutch. What do you guys think of that defensive core though? Nice Zapdos, Ferrothorn, Mega Blastoise.
Fear the Kangaskhan.
Oh, Wish Passing from Kangaskhan could be cool.
That is true though. That defensive core is pretty solid. And that does.
Like Mega Blastoise with Wish Passing in general is just really good.
Yeah.
Zapdos is real. Like, I enjoyed using it last season. Not a lot of work.
I kind of like the double quad weakness thing he's got going on. I think that's a really smart idea because obviously opponents can't bring HP Ice and HP Fire on the same mon, right? Like they're forced to choose one or the other.
Yeah, like something like Jolteon.
Yeah, so it basically shuts down all electric types. This core, for example. So I think that was smart. I like that idea.
I quite like Alolan Marowak.
I'm not really sure. Yeah.
I don't think it's too bad. I mean, the speed isn't much.
Yeah.
But for tier 4, I think it's not too bad value.
Yeah. I can see it. Being decent. I can see Dragon types being a bit of an issue for this team. He doesn't have particularly good ways of dealing with them.
I suppose it kind of relies on that though.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he has the comfy now.
Oh, that's true actually.
Oh yeah. Fairy types also, like Mega Gardevoir for example. Though
That just
annihilates.
Gardevoir tutors do like every team. Like
Yeah,
not many teams have an answer to it. It's amazing.
AV Celesteela boy.
LOL, that's trash.
Okay, I like self-advertisement aside. Like I actually, upon like the more I look at this draft, I think the more I like it. Like at first, I wasn't too convinced. I thought it was pretty trash, to be honest. But I think, yeah, I can see the picks make more sense now. Like I think it's pretty good. None of the obvious weaknesses stand out. It's got good speed tiers. Like, yeah, it's just a solid draft in general, really. No
Got a
obvious.
playoff team right here.
Potentially, yeah, but we all know Damon's about to choke in the semis.
Nice fire punch choke.
Yeah, I think Colin and Deimos meeting in the semis.
Oh, that'd be fire. H Colin, I mean, obviously H Colin's not making it. H Colin's not making it to the semis, but
I think
Collins is
I
the
think-
Super 5 champ.
I have faith in Colin.
I mean, the only thing I see about this draft is sort of loses to ice types, as he's got like 2 assists. But other than that, it's just really good. Mega Blastoise is like a cash pick.
Yeah, really reliable spin, obviously.
He just fills all the common roles really. Yeah, that's about it. So I think moving on to the final draft.
We have Mega Sablo.
Oh, you fucked that up so much. the meme connoisseur himself, Mega Sablo of the Houston Sableyes. He's rocking.
Who? What? It's Houston.
Houston. So he is rocking a team of Dabulu.
Dabulu.
He's got the Zydog 10%, Mien Shell, Kyurem, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Jellicent, the Golbat, Mega Steelix, Heatran, the Z Captain, nice Reuniclus, Kabutops on a non-rain team, I might add, and Drapion to round it off. So, BXS, what are your thoughts?
I'm not a huge fan of Tapu. I think it does go relatively well in this draft, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm really surprised about Kabuto as a tier 3 and, as you said, like a non-rain team.
I guess he wanted a spinner, I suppose.
Yeah. The only thing is,
About that.
I don't see it with, considering it's Vulcan typing. I'm not sure how reliably it's going to spin. I'm not sure how reliable it's going to be.
Yeah, that's true. I think the first thing which stands out is he has Bulu and Heatran as a defensive core, and that is actually incredible. Like those two have perfect defensive synergy, which is, and obviously with Bulu halving, with Grassy Terrain halving the ground weakness for Heatran, that's really, really solid synergy. I think he was lucky to get the wheel pick to pick that up, because I know a couple of other people were looking at Heatran, like Joel, for example.
Yeah, that hardcore sniped him right there.
Yeah, that was a hard snipe. Like, funny thing is, Heatran and Bulu were 2 mons that went undrafted last season. But Sablu gonna come here and destroy us with his memes. He's about to flip the league on its head, meme us all out. I mean, John would be proud of the Mega Steelix pick, I'm sure.
The worst Mega in draft format.
He's got, I mean, the one thing that could probably be improved on with this draft is he doesn't have very good. I mean, his speed tiers are sort of they're kind of bad. He's got 115, which is already, it's not like a super high, like super fast mon, and then it drops straight down to 105, and then after that you're into like 95.
Well, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
I mean, you sort of want a couple of other mons above base 100, but
yeah, I agree.
it could those could do some work. But Heatran Z Sunny Day boost up his speed. Certainly a potential thing to do.
Yeah.
Reuniclus is a really cool pick, actually. Like that's
I agree.
It can, if you don't prep for it, it can.
I agree. I think it's a headache to prep for.
It will disappoint you.
Like unless you're bringing like you need super effective stab to kill it, basically.
Yeah.
Like it's got that natural bulk, like sort of Clefable has to.
Yeah, definitely.
To live
Yeah,
a lot of hits.
For teams without the dark types, you have Acid Armor, Calm Mind.
That exactly, yeah. Like Astar can't mind you, so unless you've taunt is something which is becoming a lot more prevalent in the format as it progresses. I think people realise these defensive threats like Ludicrous, Clefable, and a lot of mons get taunt actually. So that's something people are beginning to notice more. The Kabutops pick is quite strange, I think, especially on a non-rain team like you said. Might struggle to spin, considering it's sort of not. It's got poor defensive typing, lack bulk. But who knows? He might be able to. He's got manual rain setters. Who knows? Good luck. Definitely a interesting pick.
Interesting team.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I'm noticing he's not got an electric type, which is interesting. Again, quite a lot of these teams don't have electric types actually. I think is it Max's doesn't have an electric. Max's and Max has that Vikavolt. It was Bagels that doesn't have an electric type, or Jauncey.
He has a Magneton.
Oh, okay.
Oh
so,
yeah, Bagels.
But there's like a I'm not
No,
saying
you
like
haven't.
actually good electric types.
Wait, did you just call Magneton bad?
Oh, there we
Yes,
go.
I just did. Watch.
Boy,
Chili doesn't have one either. Yeah.
he should have got 3 Wait, he has a Rotom Heat. Are you blind?
Oh my god, wait.
Olive has one.
Okay, I
Olive
just
is solid.
necked myself. Okay, so Sablo is gonna like destroy us with his memes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
already copped that dub. So you already know.
Cop that fat dub versus Vez. Vez got the cock that game. He was not messing about.
Wait, are you still recording?
Yeah, we're still going. Vez, if you're watching this right now, bud, that was a slaughter. You got body bagged that game, bud. That was
Alright,
dropped on his neck. It was
Oh my god.
I love
Straight
Sable's
up.
berries.
Sablo,
Yeah, he had 4 berries.
That's gonna be really cool to see.
4 berries.
I hope
That
we
was-
see
that
more
was-
berries.
He got memed as like memed the fuck out of. And then there was that like play sequence with Drapion where like Drapion outplayed like gets the call with Drapion like every turn. It was so good. Alright, so to round up Sablo's draft, I give it like a 6 out of 10. It's kind of the speed tiers are off. The rest, like he's got good defensive synergy, nice spin blockers, a couple of cool stuff.
I would give it a 10 out of 10 just for the nicknames.
Oh yeah, he also got cash nicknames. That's a good point. That's like that's a good
Not
component.
really
That's like a good component of any draft because that's another thing that puts another L in Collins. H Collins. His nicknames are utter trash.
Can we have some examples or anything?
I think he wanted to call his Victini Dick Teeny. We have Scrotum Wash, Dick Stoys, Dick Algae. My favourite one is instead of Medicham, Dick Cham. Like, I'm sad that I lack the talent to make shit like that. Like,
Need ZDH type names.
ZDH is just a goat. What are you saying?
ZDH 02 on 8, boys.
The fate,
Why
the
do you-
fate out.
I guess that's why H. Collins gone for that life score.
Got for that,
It can obviously be
Dicks.
especially offensive.
That's true, actually. It can definitely. Obviously, it's got nice. Sludge Bomb has got good coverage
Yeah.
against a lot of those water types to hit those grass types. That's a really good point, actually, because yeah, Gligar's got really good mixed capabilities.
Yeah, it can hit that conk with the
Conk,
sludge bomb.
it's
Give
Conk.
it
Oh my
the guts
God.
boost.
Hits Conk really damn hard. Yo, shout out to ZDH if he's watching this.
So I think that's all. If you enjoyed the season
Okay.
5 LD draft analysis, make sure you drop a big like.
Smash that like button. It's been lit. It's been lit, man. It's been lit.
It's been your boy Hiker Toad.
With-
That's season 5 champion.
Tiger Hode with his
Season
Asgard.
5 champion.
Alright, rounding it off. Signing off. It's been lit, fam. It's been your boy.
DDH 0218.
The Nick
Good
White
luck.
himself. Random coach of the Los Angeles Gods. Hiker, Tiger Hode. Past of the Boston Boulderers. And BXS, the god himself.
Wow.
For Britain. The one, the only. Like, in the
And
midst.
John 203 who dipped midway through the recording shows.
This man. Shout out for dipping halfway through the recording. That shit was ass. Right. We're done here.